Hello, today is Monday, January 15th, and we are wrapping up the end of our playing week after our first training session with Sky Matsuhashi. Right now we are at 4,554 hands. We have 450 hands we're going to play today, and then I'm going to go play a live tournament this evening. Low buy-in bounty tournament. Should be fun. Kind of as a reward for myself getting through the week, even though it's been kind of a rough week. As you can see here from the top of the stats, one of the last things I did last night was donked off $30. As a matter of fact, we're gonna replay that here. See what we did. So we've got a ace-8 on the button. That is an open. That's fair enough to play. But I have a feeling, I think we probably ran into a straight. Looks like we did. We certainly probably overplayed it. Let's see how this played out. Amazing. We get called in two spots. And small blind bets out on a bluff. Now they've got an open ender. And we go along with it. They've hit their door card on the river, and they're betting big, and we call. I mean, somewhere along the way, if I was going to play this hand and play this flop, there probably should have been a aggressive move here, which I didn't do. I just called. More than likely, that probably should have been a fold with the two jacks up there. That's just not something I should be messing with, you know, an 8. I mean, unless I've got some really good stats on this player, and looks like we do have some history here. They do VIP pretty high. That probably would have been a good one to bluff, turn my 8 into a bluff instead of just checking it down. But certainly by the river, we should have been done with the hand. Anywho, let's get at it. I'm going to attempt to record this whole session because I'm only playing 450 hands to get in the 5,000 for the week.
Can I have bananas? Mom.
Hey Jack, I'm recording. Alright, so we're going to play a little bit lower stakes today so we get in the number of hands. I do want a chance to try to recoup some losses. So we are going to take one $25 table and then probably do two 10s. So we'll do 3 tables. Don't know any of these players. I do know Schoolcraft, they're a good player. So I'm not going to be too sad if I don't get on that table. Yeah, this is a good player. Recession proof, semi good. Mbop, I think they're good, but we're going to go ahead and get on the list anyway. We're going short by a 50 very shorts that are. We'll get on this. We're going to go ahead and post behind this bird. Oh, you know what? Wait. If I was going to be in the cutoff, I would post it behind, but at this point, it doesn't make sense. At some point I'll get into 6 max, but right now we're just focusing on full ring. My objective for today, so I think I've got the KISS hand ranges down fairly well. May not do it exactly perfect, but got a pretty good sense of what they are. And we'll stay disciplined with that. That's programmed in the brain. My focus today will be, and maybe to some exaggerated degree, folding post flop. Not that I want to be jumping in a lot of hands, just so that I can fold, but today we are not turning mediocre hands into bluffs. That's where I seem to be losing most of my money, by overbetting or re-raising with weak made hands. Today, we get resistance, we fold, period. That's not going to be a ongoing strategy, but I need to exercise that muscle to recognize when my opponent is going to be serious about sticking with their hand when I'm beat. And that's way more often than I've given credit for. So that is what we're focused on for these last 500 hands. Hopefully I can do a good job of folding and improving that stat. Yeah, so we'll just wait for those other. I think I'm on the list for 2 tables. On this one. Oh no, I'm only on 1. So we'll join another. Just get on the list. While we wait, let's look at my league tracker for this week. Okay, so still loading. Our VPIP and PFR for this week look pretty good. We're a little bit high on the 3-bet, but we're at the range. This one. Good. Oh shit, man. Okay. So our VPIP for the week is 14.7. I think Sky will be happy with that. My PFR is 11.5. And the ratio between the two is 78%. It's not terrible. That's a C plus probably. Our 3-bet value is 5.4. I think I wanted to be like 6 or 7, but that's not too bad. We did reduce our C-bet value, so we were before getting close to 100, and we were able to drop that down to 63%. That's a good value. Flop aggression factor is 2.5, and I believe where I wanted to be. Flop aggression. Okay, well, we got it above 2, so that's an improvement. I think I'm finding that my stats have improved this week. Some basic changes. Flop. This flop aggression frequency is good. Fold to flop C-bet. Still bad. God. Okay. We're not folding the flop enough. Fold to F-bet to a flop bet. Still not folding good enough there. We did improve our C-bet flop folding. Let's see here. We improved both of these actually. Fold to flop C-bet and fold flop bet. Let's look at that again. I think our stats improved, but they're still not where they need to be. 33, that improved only mildly. Went from 28% to 33%. We're still a problem. And then fold to flop bet, 46%. And we improved, but we're still not in a good range here. All right. It's frustrating to see this. Well, that's why we're doing the work that we're doing. Turn. C-bet. Turn. Aggression factor says good, but 1.76. Okay, that improved, but we're still a little low on that. $46.86. We didn't really change that much. I'd like to get that closer to 50 or maybe above 50. Hold to turn bet 32. What are we at this week? Okay, we improved that a little bit. Got into an acceptable range, but we could probably do better to fold more turn bets. We're at 40. We want to be between 44 and 67. So river aggression factor 1.83. We actually dropped on that one. That wasn't a huge leak before. My AFQ 47.4. We dropped on that one too. Probably because I'm folding more rivers, or am I calling more? Shoot, I don't know. That stat actually declined for me. Fold the river bet. Says good. 46.38. We improved, but that is also probably where I've still lost the most amount of money. Calling with, well, there was one hand last night. I think this was legitimate. I king queen suited, flopped a gut shot, and bet in position to as a bluff. Turned the 10 for the straight to the king, but that also created a potential flush draw with the 10. The blind, I think it was the blind position, donk bet after I had already bet the flop. They donk bet into me when I'd made my straight, and I raised them all in. They called with a baby flush draw and drew out on me on the river and hit their flush on the river. That was a big one, big pot. It was at the dollar table, I believe. So my dollar losses are going to be exaggerated as a result of that one. But there were a few other ones that I did call down with, like pocket tens, and person ended up having a set, and they played it in a way that it just didn't. I didn't sniff that one out. But needless to say, I overplayed a pocket pair a couple times. So there's some improvements, but there's still lots of room to improve this coming week. Well, this person marked as red, they're a good player. Three hands on somebody vipping 40% with an 8% PFR. We're going to go ahead and give them a whale designation. It's looking pretty whale-ish. Call 2-bet from the blinds with Jack 4 suited. Ace 4 offsuit. Oh my god. Call 3-bets in position with Ace 10 suited. Ace 10 suited is not a 3-bet call situation. You fold that hand, generally speaking. Limp and call to raise with Queen 4 suited. Played turn draw aggressively. I need to ask Sky about that. I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to make of that statement. Pocket sixes from EP. Yeah, we're gonna fold. Well, we got Dark Knight here. They're a decent player. Probably can get called by hard times here. This hand, but I don't think I mind as quite often. I think I'm going to be ahead when they call. Small 3-bet. If they 3-bet, they'll tell me if they got something. That's a fold for us. I don't know what that shove meant. They really had something big, or they're just frustrated. Or maybe both. By the way, we need to pick a new stat on Sky Matsuhashi's cash game HUD that we just started using as something to get familiar with. We know the 3-bet stat pretty well. We know the C-bet stat pretty well. The raise first in we've never really used before. Let me think about how we would use that stat different from PFR. First act would mean how often do they take an initiative in hand? See, there's not much different between someone who's got apparently bad stats versus somebody who's got good stats. I mean, 18-18. And it's a small sample, so it's hard to, probably not a good place to start. Open race 17 with somebody who has a PFR of 14. I mean, I would think that those things would track pretty close together. Open raise 21, 14. Here's that tends to be higher than the PFI. I think that's probably how I'm supposed to look at that, though, is those two things in relation, given the BPIP, maybe? All right, so we're going to we've got a short 25, 50 NL. We've got a regular 10, 25 NL. And we've got a 5, 10 NL. I think we're gonna stack these this way. I'm gonna post behind here because we're gonna be in a cutoff when we come in. King Queen will be a open for us.
Almost heating it up.
As long as we're first in. Just need to grab my chart. Can you do me a favor? Can you hand me the hand chart? No, it's over by the desk. At least it was. Let's go ahead and open. Yeah, that would be a good question to ask Guy. I rearranged how he had the HUD stats arranged, and I'm wondering if maybe I should go back to how he had it, if there was some rhyme or reason around how he has it organized. I was doing it in order of which ones I was going to focus on first to learn. I suspect he'll probably say, oh, that's fine. But I would like to hear, if there was a particular logic around how they were arranged. King 9 is open with it's not a call or a raise. Just fold. Now we're in position. No stats on this player. Oh, I guess I forgot to post behind it. I missed it. This is a hand that we're going to try to barrel a flop, depending on what the flop is. Knowing that these guys are going to call behind with a lot of crap. They do have. They shoved on us before, too. I'm going to check this and probably give it up. Last time they shoved on us. I'm just not looking to waste more money here. They might call. No flush draw, but it's not to the nuts, and I don't have a backup plan. Just going to drop it. When I've got a couple buy-ins behind, I usually set that on auto top off because of my terrible playing last night. We're a little short, so we're manually going to top off. I'm going to try this again, and if we get resistance, we will fold again. Eventually, this is not going to be a call. Good player here. Oh boy. This guy's shoving wide. I wouldn't doubt it if they show up with ace-10 here, or even ace-8 suited maybe. Oh, come on, 9-9. Had him beat, I'm sure of it. It's okay. I want that guy hard times to have some chips. Rather have position on him, but yeah, we're gonna have to tighten up our range just a little bit. Next time I play, I'm gonna need to be willing to get it in with him. His open raise, first in, percent at 6 out of 53 times. Maybe he's in the hand. I don't know if that includes hands where he shoves and The player folds pre-flop. Oh, I wish that was over here. I would not be getting it in with pocket fives against hard times, although I should be willing to. It's just not a spot that I want to take right now. Getting in with ace jack. Maybe the table too. Oh no, they're stats. Raise has a 22%, I'm sorry, MBOP has a 22% open raise, or raise first end stat. They look like they have decent stats. Calling 2-bets at 10%, that's not out of line. 50% C-bet, that's probably about perfect. Maybe a little underweight. Jack suited is a in position hand. We were OOP, slightly OOP, but there is no slightly. OOP is OOP. Stats. Well, we've got position on this player. They appear to be a bit splashy. 4% calling. It's not out of line. 27% first in. That's a bit higher than I'm seeing, but that's in relation to these stats. 3-bet blind versus steals with king queen suited. That's not a hand that I would try to see value with that. 3-bet range, ace king, king queen. Call 3-bet in position, king queen off. I don't think king queen off is a call. Oh, it might be on the big blind. Oh, yeah, no, king queen suited would be, but not just king queen. This is fold. Still getting acquainted here. Min raise. Wow. Got a new player there. I thought that was a min raise from 5, but I realized that was not a blind. That was a new player to the table. I want my hand to turn into a monster. I'm not sad that I'm getting called in 2 places, especially if I hit my hand. We hit it. I'm not sure how strong compared to my opponent's card. We're going to make a good value bet here, though, with ace queen. Could be up against ace king, possibly against ace jack. We're beating. I'm not going to be too concerned about a flush draw, given that they nut flush aces out there. Ace jack offsuit. Is there any scenario where I call with this hand? Yeah, from the big blind against the small blind, against the button, against the cutoff, but we do not call against EP. We will raise. We're not going to raise over lempers. Okay, this is a call against the cutoff. It's a solid player. Check. We're not going to donk lead this. See that? Fold. We're not folding enough on the flop or to a C bet. Flop C bet. We need to improve that stat, so there we fold. I wonder if maybe my stats were skewed because maybe I actually had hands. I don't know. Probably not. Over almost 5,000 hands. It's probably pretty hard to say. It's hard to make that claim. Another thing about Blondinka, we're just not going to play these deuce. Offsuit, out of position. Just going to let that go. Might have been ahead. Probably were, but Queen Jack suited from the button is an open if it doesn't get open beforehand. Well, it can be a call versus cutoff and EP. So as long as it's not 3-bet, if it's 3-bet, we're out of there. Unless a blind does it. The blind 3-bets we will call. Pick up a gut shot. We got 2 overs and a backdoor flush potential. There's some things going on here. We don't want to just call though, I don't think. I think we're gonna re-raise that one. We're certainly gonna pot this one. Yeah, like this. If we're lucky, maybe they hit the jack. No. Alright, we pick up a flush draw here. We still got the gush. Oh, we don't have a gush shot. What was I thinking? They called. We're gonna bet this again. Flush draw on the 2 overs. Maybe they're on a diamond flush draw. But they have ace 10. I think we are gonna attempt to 3-barrel this. Cross our fingers if they draw up. If they don't, they have ace 10. Shit. That was a gamble. We're a little late here. No, we're gonna stay. We're short. I'm not a big fan of playing short, but I want to get the hands in. Probably should have just let that hand go. I don't know why I was saying I had a gut shot. That was bad math or bad watching of the hand. I think I might have gotten distracted with the other table, with the pocket kings. Just wasn't thinking clearly on that hand. Had I hit the jack or the queen on that board, I should bet for value that same way too. In case he had the 10, which it turned out he did. Don't know if he's paying that off at that point when he sees a higher card. But there's a chance that he is. 114 hands on this person. They got fairly solid hands, or solid stats. 40% fold to flop c-bet. I heard about where I am, I think. On this table. Alright, we're not improving our stat here. We need to fold more c-bets. Oh, we lost our whale. Hot odds, can see a flop, and then we're probably folding here. A weak pair. Right. That ace potentially helped our under the gun razor. Maybe like pocket eights or pocket tens. I don't think it's pocket kings, because they would have bet the flop if they had it. Check. That might be good here. Nope. Why didn't they bet that? Set of fives. I know there's a flush out there, but we want to check. You got to put something in there. get value from donkeys like me. It's a surprising call from 999. We don't do a lot of calling. If they're being tricky here with big hand or what? Smalls. Sucks. Taking this shit here. This guy's got a King Jack suited 3-bet range. Might call it ace king here. Thinking that I'll have a lot there. Yep. And he hits the face. Well, that's unfortunate. So we're just going to break off this table. We hit our middle set here. We're going to check and let him bet. Maybe do a little Hollywooding. Not going to worry about a flush draw. Here's a 3-bet with ace king, king queen. Let's hope he's got some of that. Got the queen of hearts, so we've got to redraw to the nuts. The ace folds. He very well may be worried about a heart here. This guy might call if I bet this. Nope. Probably should have checked and let him take action there. He was afraid of everything out there on the board. He probably had a king. I think he was calling. He's a better player than me because he was able to fold. This table is starting to not look like a good table for me to be at. Got some decent players here. Well, we got Scotty Wynn. That was the real Scotty Wynn, but well. I'm gonna stick this out. Let's see how this turns out. So far over the short run, this player's got some decent stats. Starting to get a little high. Don't have a limping range whatsoever. Not the worst thing in the world. Don't have a lot of information on these players. Queen 10 is a open, but it's not a raise over limpers. He gave me a fold at this point. I'm going to go scout out some more tables, see if I need to switch tables here. So, let's go first. Two most solid players at the table going at each other. I'm trying to check back our queen here. They lead out. Alright, ace queen is beating us. Anything with a 10 right now is beating us. Maybe we got jack 9 or king jack. We're beating. Could have queen jack. Ace jack beats me right now. Again, if they have a 10, they're beating us. I'm rooting for them to have ace queen. I'm going to check back, see what they're doing in the river. Okay, jack 9 is now beating, well, jack 9 was beating us on the turn. Oh, that's good. Same hand. Probably got lucky on that one. That was probably supposed to be a fold. I gambled on that. That's the sickness I'm trying to get over. Well, I guess one point is that at least I didn't put more chips in there, even though that might have won me the pot. But that guy's probably coughing. And at least we chopped that pot. Not a good board to barrel. We're just going to fold. Check fold. Check back. Huge over bet. They open for another call. Kind of seems like it. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording so I don't make these videos too long. We'll get in our 5,000 hands for the week and we'll get that sent over to Sky. And then we'll be off to Sands in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania for a $75 $25 chip bounty tournament. Those are fun to play and I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, here's to improving into the next session and yeah, becoming the professional that we want to become.